Dzień dobry, kontynuujemy rozgrywkę w Broken Sword The Shadow of the Templars. Ostatnio byliśmy w szpitalu, odwiedziliśmy pacjenta nazwiskiem Markę, który niestety dobrze nie skończył. Został zamordowany tuż po naszej wizycie. Na szczęście udało nam się co nieco od niego wydusić, aczkolwiek są to informacje bardzo niejasne. Teraz pójdziemy do muzeum, bo tam mieliśmy się spotkać z Lobino. No i mam nadzieję, że tym razem Lobino będzie u siebie i że uda nam się wreszcie dowiedzieć coś więcej na temat manuskryptu. Być może rzucić nowe światło na całą tę sprawę.
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He'd made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary.
Założył się z kolegami i został w muzeum. To brzmi niemal jak fabuła gry Shivers, takiej też przygodówki, wydanej bodaj przez Sierrę i również w połowie lat 90. Dobra, z tym panem już może nie będziemy rozmawiać, chyba że mu zmierzymy ciśnienie.
Does this apparatus mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Ale chyba, jak widać, nie jest zainteresowany.
Thanks for your help.
Więc, jest cały ten nasz Lobino, więc mam nadzieję na ciekawą i owocną dyskusję.
I beg your pardon. Are you André Lobino?
That's me? You want my autograph?
No, I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay, shoot.
Od razu zaczął od autografów. Widać, że ma bardzo wysokie mniemanie o sobie. No zobaczymy, jak dobry jest w swoim fachu, ale najpierw porozmawiamy z nim o takich zbytkach.
Take a look at this nose, Lobino.
It really doesn't interest me, Georgie.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
On też nie jest zbyt wylewny, więc porozmawiamy o takich ważniejszych sprawach.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram? He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter.
W takim razie zapytajmy go może jeszcze o ten wzór.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
To fakt chyba niezbyt aktualna, aczkolwiek tutaj zauważmy związek. Siedziba Hasasynów. A pamiętamy, że Markem obawiał się wizyty właśnie Hasasyna. Uważał, że na niego polują. A pudełko zapałek pochodzi od Kana, czyli wychodziłoby na to, że Kan właśnie ma coś wspólnego z tymi Hasasynami. Ciekawe.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, André.
Not now, Georgie.
No dobrze, więc teraz właśnie o tych Hasasynów zapytamy Lobino.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassins.
Czyżby Hasasyni mieli od wieków na pieńku z templariuszami? Ciekawie to się zaczyna wszystko układać.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
Ale tak to bywa ze środkami odurzającymi, że dają chwilową przyjemność i błogie uczucie, a później następuje brutalny powrót do rzeczywistości. No i tak się wpada w taką pętlę. No ale nie o tym jest tutaj mowa.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
No tak, faktycznie. Można to przyrównać do współczesności i do wielu morderstw, no aczkolwiek nie wiem, czy stoją za nim ci Hasasyni jeszcze sprzed laty, sprzed wieków. Dobra, a teraz porozmawiamy chyba o Pigramie.
Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
Czyli tak, może wówczas, skoro był tutaj w Paryżu w tym samym czasie co inne ofiary, to znaczy, że te ofiary mogły się ze sobą znać. Może było jakieś zgromadzenie, spotkanie i morderca właśnie teraz eliminuje te osoby, które wówczas się spotkały. No, ja tak teraz staram się wyciągać wnioski z tego, co słyszę.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure, it was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn. Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Czyli mamy potwierdzenie jeszcze od Lobino, że to ma związek z templariuszami, ten manuskrypt.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
No, ale ciekawe te plotki. Sporo takich informacji o templariuszach przekazał nam Lobino. Są plotki, że oni wciąż istnieją.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination, but I noticed a predatory look in his eye. Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf. This friend who has the manuscript?
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
Tak, nie ma to jak liczyć na zaufanie kogoś, z kim rozmawiamy po raz pierwszy w życiu. Tak, a z tym pigramem to ciekawa sprawa, bo ewentualnie to by wskazywało, że może być kolejną ofiarą, to raz. Dwa, że może być odwrotnie, że jego obecność wskazuje, że on ma w Paryżu w tamtym czasie, kiedy były tam również, tutaj również ofiary morderstw, może wskazywać na to, że jest w tym obozie, który na przykład stoi za morderstwami tych ludzi, czyli jest w przeciwnym obozie. No na razie trudno to tak jednoznacznie połączyć, trzeba brać pod uwagę różne możliwości, ale na razie na tym rozmowę z Lobino zakończmy.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
No i co? I na razie trzeba będzie otworzyć okno, bo duszno tutaj. Najlepiej wtedy, kiedy strażnik jest odwrócony tyłem od okna.
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Za blisko
Don't you think
stoi.
it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill. And the fat falls on the open flames. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
Jakie obszerne wyjaśnienia złożył. Dobra, spróbujmy teraz.
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
I teraz spróbujmy się tutaj dostać. O, on będzie zajęty zamykaniem okna. Natomiast my to wykorzystamy. Dlaczego ma dojść do napadu
It is
przecież?
closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
Musimy działać szybko i ostrożnie.
What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean... it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod. Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so.
O, więc jeśli uda się Niko zidentyfikować tę rodzinę, to będziemy mieli jakąś podpowiedź. No natomiast nieźle nas załatwiła, ale dobrze, że to ona zabrała ten trójnóg, a nie ci złodzieje. Ta dwójka, która nam z którą mieliśmy już w ciągu tych naszych przygód, w trakcie tych naszych przygód w Paryżu sporo problemów. Dobra, kontynuujmy teraz wątek asasynów.
Labino explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy!
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for their downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel. Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Tak, teraz zatem czas odwiedzić kolejną miejscówkę, do której udamy się po raz pierwszy od początku rozgrywki. Będzie to Montfaucon. Lokalizacji tego miejsca dowiedzieliśmy się od właśnie Lobino podczas dyskusji w muzeum. No i to takie osławione miejsce, owiane złą sławą. No i zobaczymy. Blisko jakiegoś kanału, czyli może znów trzeba będzie tam schodzić. No spróbujmy zresztą. Otworzyć włas.
Hey! Hey, you! What do you think you're doing? Leave that cover alone. Now.
Sorry, no harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Nie mamy szczęścia. Zbyt dużo tutaj osób, które nas widzą. Możemy wejść do kościoła, ale nie. Nie ma tam na razie nic ciekawego, dlatego nie będę się kierował w tamtą stronę. Porozmawiajmy z tym policjantem.
Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Aha! A prosthetic nose. Very significant.
It is?
No, I am just having a little joke.
Tak, poczucie humoru ma bardzo dobrze. Dobry początek rozmowy.
Have you seen this man before?
No, who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh,
Is that all you can say? Oh.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac, but it didn't seem polite.
Look at this gem. What do you think?
Cut glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind of madman would go around waving a priceless gem under people's noses?
So either it's glass or I'm mad? I didn't like to think about that for too long.
No właśnie, może coś w tym jest. Może George jest faktycznie szaleńcem.
Take a look at this.
Ah, an electrician. My TV has been acting up. Could you fix it?
I doubt it. This isn't my ID. Do you know what this is?
It's a sewer key.
Does it mean anything to you?
Do you belong to some obscure arm of the Masons?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The pattern looks Middle Eastern. Beyond that, who knows?
Do you know what this is?
Aha! You Americans with your notorious nose candy. I read Hollywood Wives. I know all about it.
If you tried to sniff this stuff, you'd wall up your nostrils. It's plaster of Paris.
It is? Thank heavens. For one awful moment, I thought I might actually have to arrest somebody. Alors, the paperwork. You have no idea.
Chyba jest już zmęczony długoletnią służbą, ale on jest akurat bardzo wylewny, rozmowny, więc rozmowa, dyskusje z nim należą do przyjemności niewątpliwych.
What do you think of this?
A blood pressure sleeve.
Don't you want to know why I'm carrying it?
No! That would be dangerously similar to making inquiries. I might get a reputation for taking my job seriously.
Właśnie, a przecież nadgorliwość jest gorsza od faszyzmu.
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time. Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key. What do you make of this grease paint-stained tissue?
Delightful. Would you like to see some of my used tissues?
Hell no!
Then please put yours away.
What do you know about medieval ironmongery? Have a look at this little baby.
A tripod. What is it for?
You mean you don't know?
No, monsieur. Nor do you, I think.
No dobrze, bardzo ciekawie się gawędziło, no ale przejdźmy do konkretów.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Tak, ale właśnie jesteśmy na tym placu, na którym wieszano templariuszy Montfaucon. Także no, trzeba tu będzie coś z pewnością uzyskać, jakieś informacje.